Hey my friends, this is Daniel Aldie. Today I want to talk with you about a subject called failure. You know, a lot of people believe that they lose when they fail, but I truly believe that you lose when you quit. And what I'm basically saying is that too many people give up on their dreams too soon. They think that if they tried something and it didn't work out, then they have to give up. But my friends, I believe in the power of persistence. If you cook one meal and you sucked at it, it doesn't mean you're a failure, it just means you have to figure out the process. I remember the first time making an omelet. No one had ever taught me, so I decided I would go out and search for the recipe. After doing it perfectly, I said I'm gonna do it a second time. I did it perfectly. The third time I did it without the recipe, perfect. The fourth time, I failed. Why? I forgot one ingredient, the oil. If you don't oil the pan, what happens is that an omelet sticks to the pan and it can turn out disastrously. And that's exactly what happened. I burned my omelet, it was inedible, and I had to make it again. Now, I went back to the recipe and eventually it came out perfectly. Now, this is how it works with everything you do. Because every master was once a disaster. Everyone who has succeeded at the highest level has failed multiple times. You don't just come out there and become the best athlete. No, you have to practice thousands of hours. You have to deal with a lot of soreness. You have to go through a lot of loneliness in order to reach the top of your sport. Even the best basketball players in the world have shot thousands of air balls. The best hockey players in the world have swung their stick, hit nothing but ice, and completely missed the puck. Look, no matter who you are, you're going to face failure. If you make investments, you're going to have some successes, but you're probably going to have some losses. If you write a book, you're probably going to write good content, but you're going to have some edits. If you make a video, you might have a good video in the end, but there's a lot of things that you have to do to set yourself up, and there's a lot of failure you might have to go through in order to make sure that video comes out correctly. If you want to give a speech, in the beginning you might want to try, but in the end, you might want to die. I mean, that's what I did the first time I spoke. I remember the first time I had to give a speech. I was sweating profusely, my knees were knocking. I stood up, my mind sat back down. I was going crazy. I couldn't believe that I had studied my topic for so long, but I couldn't even present in front of a few people. You know, what usually happens is that when we start to do something that we've never done, a lot of fear can come in. A lot of mistakes can happen, but we don't quit. We don't give up. Instead of falling into fear, we get prepared. Instead of becoming scared, we become aware. And that's all it takes for you to reach the next level of success. If you want something more practical, I want you to follow a rule that I've created that changed my life. It's called the Rule of 100. And basically, if you do anything 100 times, you will become infinitely more successful than you were when you started. For example, let's talk about that omelet. I kind of got lucky because I followed the recipe and it came out right the first few times. But eventually I failed. Now, after you do it 100 times like I did, it became so easy. I became a master in my kitchen. It came to me because I had practiced it so many times. And as you know, practice makes progression. And that's exactly what happens. Now, if you want to take it a step further, practice the rule of 1,000. Basically, if you try something 1,000 times, you become a master of your craft. I've made an omelet over 1,000 times. Different omelets, I've tried all different recipes, all different methods, all different seasonings. And I can tell you, I'm a master of the omelet now because I've done it so often. I understand how it works. I know which flavors go together. When I did it 100 times, I only mastered certain types of omelets. I think I only had 10 of them that I really knew under my belt. But after doing it 1,000 times, I could use any type of seasoning, any type of ingredient, all types of cookware, all types of kitchen, because I understand how it actually works. I've mastered it. What about public speaking? Like I said before, I failed the first time. Man, that was a disaster. But after 10 times, I was a lot better. After 50, I felt pretty confident. And by 100 times, I was speaking in front of audiences without even referring to my notes. Now, after 500 times, I became pretty good. But after 1,000 times, I was already reaching millions of people. You see, the rule of 100 will make you proficient, but the rule of 1,000 will make you a professional. If you understand what it takes to master your craft, there is no adversity, no obstacle, no challenge that will ever hold you back from embracing the opportunities that you were meant to have. My friends, this is Daniel Aldie. Find out who you are and who you need to be and pick a goal that you can accomplish numerically. Find something that you can do 100 times, and if you really feel you want to be the best at it, go for it 1,000 times. Whatever it is that you choose, always do it big and make sure that you demand success in whatever you do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.